Virtual reality is definitely going to be one of the things that could potentially make this year very interesting. Now, of course, virtual reality isn't going to come into its own this year. It's, of course, only going to come around this year. But it, of course, is going to be the birthplace of VR. Now, recently we just got the reveal regarding the Oculus Rift's pricing, and of course all eyes have turned to both PlayStation VR and the HTC Vive as to what they're going to do in terms of price and both release date. And now we have a hint as to when the PlayStation 4 VR headset will actually come out, according to comments made by GameStop CEO Paul Raines. Now, basically he discussed this in an interview with Fox News regarding the VR industry, in which he said, quote, "We are right now preparing for the launches of the major VR products. We are in discussions with Oculus, HTC Vive and with Sony. It's a big launch and we're getting ready for it. We will launch the Sony product this fall and we're in discussions with the 2 other players." So if he has the right of it, we'll be seeing PlayStation VR come out in fall, which probably could be, September, October. It's really hard to say what fall means. But that end of the year, basically. And he also cited a prediction from Goldman Sachs, who are the investment banking firm, that the VR industry will be worth 80 billion by 2025, which is really interesting. If you want to watch the video that he made this comment in, I will link it in the description below for you to have a look-see. Now, I'm sure many of you are pleased to know that it will be coming out around in a reasonable timeline. Now, a holiday release isn't exactly shocking for anybody really, but the main concern I would say people really want to know is, hey, how much is it going to cost? After the higher than expected price tag of the Oculus, many are hoping that the PlayStation VR will be a bit more affordable. It's possible that it might be, or it might not. This is a new technology. I wouldn't be surprised if it is cheaper than the Oculus, but not as much cheaper as people are hoping for. As I said before, I was disappointed with the pricing of the Oculus, just because it's a bit out of my price range. But when I sat down and thought about it, I thought, well, it's a new technology. Is it really that surprising? Just look how much DVD players or Blu-ray players or, smart TVs or any new technology, they were all really expensive at the start and they got cheaper over time due to production, etc, 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 and that's probably what's going to happen here. But Sony has some tricks up their sleeve to sell it cheaper without sacrificing quality. Of course, it's not going to have as much beef behind it as the Oculus, but naturally it is not going to be as powerful either because it doesn't have a PC backing it up. So all of this is pure speculation, but it could be way cheaper than the Oculus, or only a little bit cheaper, but of course they've got the backing of Sony and of course the whole PlayStation 4 library, as well as blah 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 blah. You get the idea. A full release sounds about right for the PlayStation VR, but of course this could be wrong. This is only the GameStop CEO, but it's a pretty legit source. But wait for official comment from Sony as per usual. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.